Today I'm going to show you how to work out the minor pentatonic scale, and I'm going to show you how to work it out in any key, and then we're going to go and I'll show you how to play it. Okay, so this is the notes in a C major scale, and if you need to work out how to write your own C major scale or A major or G major, whatever, just go check out this other video and I explain in full detail how to do that. Once you've written out all the notes in the major scale, so if you want the C minor pentatonic scale, I suggest that you write the C major scale first and then work it out this way. Now we're working out the C minor pentatonic scale and there's only 5 notes in it. It's very easy. So all you do first is for the minor pentatonic, you actually take out the second degree. So we don't play D, we don't play D at all. Now for the third note, because it's a minor pentatonic scale and it has that sort of a sad feel, we actually lower the third note down a semitone or down a fret on a guitar or down a key on a keyboard. So the third is flattened or goes down one semitone, so E would go to E flat, okay? Fourth note, F, is exactly the same. The fifth note, the same again. The sixth note, we actually take that out, okay? So no sixth note from the major scale. The seventh note, we actually flatten again, one semitone, one key on a piano or one fret on a guitar. So B, down a semitone, becomes B flat. And then, so they're the 5 notes. C, E flat, F, G, B flat, and they're the 5 notes, and then you return back to C. And that's how you work out the C minor pentatonic scale, starting with a C major scale. So they're the scale degree numbers: 1, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 7, and 8. Okay, and now I'll show you how to play it. Now learning one shape or pattern can be a bit limiting towards the end, but just learn all these notes and then in later videos I'll show you where else to play them. Or once you know how to actually work out the notes in the scale, try and figure out another way to play it yourself. So I'm going to show you the pattern now and then I'll zoom in and give you a close-up. And all the info and tab is in the description down below, okay? So you start off with your first finger on the... Now we're going to be playing the C minor pentatonic scale, but this one shape, the best thing about it, you can just play this one shape for any minor pentatonic scale, and I'll show you how you do that. So first off, let's do the C minor pentatonic scale. So start off with first finger on the 8th fret, that's the C note. Then your pinky goes all the way up to the 11th on the E string. Then the first finger on the 8th fret of the A string. Third finger on the 10th fret of the A string. First finger on the 8th fret of the D string. Third finger on the 10th fret. Third finger on the 10th fret of the D string. First finger on the 8th fret of the G string. Third finger on the 10th fret of the G string. First finger on the 8th fret of the B string. Pinky on the 11th fret of the B string. And then first finger on the 8th fret of the high E string. So I'll show you, so what we're doing is we're playing through the scale twice, all the way starting from one C note and then ending up on another. So the best thing about the scale is it's so easy to remember because you're pretty much just walking with your first finger and your third finger. You're just walking down. But basically, yeah, I'll zoom in now. Start off with your first finger on the 8th fret of the E string. Your pinky then on the 11th fret of the E string. Your first finger on the 8th fret of the A string. Your third finger on the 10th fret of the A string. First finger again on the 8th fret of the D string. Your third finger on the 10th fret of the D string. Your first finger on the 8th fret of the G string. Your third finger on the 10th fret of the G string. Your first finger on the 8th fret of the B string. Your pinky on the 11th fret of the B string. And then your first finger on the 8th fret of the thin E string. And that's it. about learning all these different scale patterns is now that you've learnt that minor pentatonic scale pattern, if any note that you start off first, so we started on the C there, the 8th fret, so that's going to be a C minor pentatonic shape. But if we started on the 5th fret, it would be an A minor pentatonic scale. Or if we started on the 3rd fret, it'll be a G minor pentatonic scale. So I'll show you how that works, okay? There's only one note difference between a minor pentatonic scale and a blues scale. And I'll show you the difference. And so if you're learning, a minor pentatonic scale, go ahead and have a look at this video on how to play the blues scale, because there's only one note difference, so it's not going to take you long to learn just that one extra fret. Well done, guys, so you've learnt the C minor pentatonic shape, and that's great. And so now you know, you actually know any minor pentatonic shape. You just keep moving that same shape up or down the fretboard, and whatever note you start on first with your first finger, that's going to be its corresponding minor pentatonic. Well done, so you've learnt all the minor pentatonic scales, and then have a think about the theory, how you actually create that scale, maybe write it down, and then memorize that shape, and then more scales to come. Alright, see you later, guys.